Mobile gaming is huge right now. Long gone are the days of playing Snake on your brick-sized Nokia or Candy Crush on your brand new iPhone 3G. If you want unrivaled performance, playing the very latest and greatest titles, what does the market offer for the avid pocket gamer? Cast your mind back to when you were in school. The original Game Boy was a game changer. You no longer need a console and a TV to play your Nintendo. You had everything you needed, right in the palm of your hand. Well, actually, the OG Game Boy was so bulky it didn't fit in your pocket, so it paid to carry a small backpack to put everything into. Then came the Sega Game Gear, with moderate success. Further models of Game Boy, the Sony PlayStation Portable, and of course the Nintendo DS. The sad fact is that these handheld gaming consoles are now dead in the water. Your humble, or not so humble, smartphone has the ability to run games from all of these consoles, and even some found on your computer. The added benefit is that it can still make calls, send texts, connect to the internet, check email, and do all those handy things that we've come to rely on. Number 5. Best Samsung. Galaxy S20 Plus. It may seem like an obvious addition to the list due to it being the most high-profile flagship Android-based phone, and you'll be glad to hear that the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus is great for gaming and everything else. Samsung provide a lot of the components that other manufacturers use for their gaming smartphones, so it only seems fair to add this bad boy onto the list. The Snapdragon 865 CPU chip offers top-end processing performance, with 12GB of RAM, meaning games run smooth as silk and fast as lightning. The 6.7-inch QLED Plus display panel has a refresh rate of 120Hz, with an insanely high resolution of 1440 by 3200 pixels of stunningly detailed picture. It doesn't offer any dedicated features used strictly for gaming, but this jack of all trades still holds its own. The battery life is fantastic, even on graphically demanding games, and you should get around 10.5 hours of life before a recharge is necessary. Although, at the steep price of £973, it may be better to hold off purchasing until the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is released later this year. Number 4. Best Apple. iPhone 11 Pro Max. The words best and smartphone couldn't really be used in the same sentence without offering up an Apple product. After all, they were the innovators who started the movement. Though you may balk at the rest of the specs, the iPhone 11 Pro Max surges ahead of the competition in the most important category, processing power. The A13 Bionic chipset still outpaces the Snapdragon while using 4GB of RAM, a third of the Samsung's payload. The 6.5-inch OLED screen may offer half the refresh rate at 60Hz and a smaller resolution of 2688 by 1242 pixels, but it does offer the high dynamic range feature which optimizes the display in real time, bringing you the very best of display at all times. Many mobile games release on iOS and the App Store before any other platform, so the iPhone doesn't get points for being able to play first. The battery is also vastly improved on previous models, now offering 12 hours of runtime. Buying one of these will hurt your hip pocket to the tune of £1,074, while the iPhone 12 is just around the corner and rumoured to have a 120Hz display to rival Samsung. Number 3. Best Value. RedMagic 5G. This is by far the cheapest way to get into premium mobile gaming, period. The RedMagic shares the same Snapdragon 865 processor and 12GB of RAM featured in the Galaxy S20 Plus and other gaming smartphones for 2/3 of the price. The 6.65-inch AMOLED screen pumps out a display of 2340 by 1080 pixels at an extremely quick refresh rate of 144Hz, meaning games are shown crystal clear, as smooth as they can get. There's a built-in fan to cool down the internal components to further increase performance. Remember, silicone conducts better the colder it is. This is extremely important to maintain gaming quality during long periods of play without getting too toasty to hold in your hands. The battery life is impressive at 11.5 hours, though the software running the phone OS can be a bit janky, and although the camera has a great resolution, it still isn't the best. This is the phone for you if you're concerned about gaming first and everything else second, and won't break the bank with its £669 price tag. Number 2. Best All-Rounder. OnePlus 8 Pro. This is what you need if you're after a high-end Android phone offering peak performance without sacrificing the other things a smartphone is meant to do well. It is the quintessential all-rounder, able to do everything a Samsung or Apple can do, while offering a much better gaming experience. The AMOLED display is the biggest out of any smartphone, coming in at 6.78 inches. Warning, you may have trouble fitting this in your pocket. It also has the high resolution of 3168 by 1440 pixels. The 120Hz refresh rate makes sure the graphics are both sharp and colourful, able to run games like Fortnite almost as good as a mid-level PC. The touchscreen is highly sensitive, way more so than most other smartphones, meaning it registers your on-screen controller input that split second faster than your opponent. When we're talking about milliseconds, it really does mean the difference between enjoying victory and tasting defeat. The battery is the fastest charging unit on the market and lasts 11 hours even on graphically demanding titles, and for only £799 we would consider it quite a bargain. Number 1. Best of the best. Asus ROG Phone 3. If all you care about are mobile games and you avoid calling, texting and social media like the plague, get yourself an Asus ROG Phone 3. This manufacturer is well known in the PC world for creating tough, high-performance components for high-end gaming rigs, and they've brought their know-how to the world of smartphones, settling for nothing else than offering the best in terms of frame times, graphics and battery life. The 6.6-inch AMOLED display is composed of 2340 by 1080 pixels and offers the highest refresh rate in a handset today at 144 Hz. This is even more impressive considering it has the most sensitive screen relative to touch. It's the fastest draw in the West in terms of detecting the taps, swipes and circles your fingers make on the screen. It features an upgraded CPU with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus power, as well as adding on some memory with 16GB of RAM. It has a dedicated Adreno 650 GPU, making sure there is plenty of horsepower. In keeping with the spirit of their PC tweaking heritage, ROG has also included the ability to overclock the CPU and GPU, and adjust the throttle limit to boost performance and produce a higher, more sustained frame rate. Conversely, the components can be underclocked to still give a high level of performance but extend the battery life, which at stock configuration will give you a monstrous 14.5 hours of uptime. The phone comes with a kickstand to maintain viewing angle when using a wireless controller, as well as an external fan to keep the temps down and maintain the high performance of the bits inside. Despite this, it will get pretty hot when run on the highest graphics settings. It's set to be released September 2020 and is expected to command a price of well over £1,000 plus. Be sure to check the link in the description as we will keep it updated when the phone is released. And that just about wraps things up for today. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give us a like and let us know in the comments which phone you use for gaming and if you'll be buying any from our list. Remember to give us some love, hit like, click that subscribe button and share this video if you want more content like this. This has been Ultimate 5 Picks. See you next time.